So I was sitting in the bath. I was taking a bath, and some of my handlers were talking to me, right? And so we talked about basically the autonomous weapons system, which is also like surveillance infrastructure, and we talked about essentially the fact that, oh man, they are like seriously using directed energy weapons to suppress my cognition right now. Because they do not want me talking about this. I don't give a fuck what they want. Well, I told them that they were going to have to fucking kill me because I was not going to let them get away with what they did to me, okay? So, I was sitting in the bath and we were talking about what happened in Washington State, right? And so I remember that, through the use of the human computer, oh my god, through the use of the human computer interface, which is deployed through wireless infrastructure. Okay, it's what 6G is. That's why they talk about deploying augmented reality through 6G. Okay. And all of our nervous systems are connected to the internet through this oh my god, through this interface, okay? So we're like phones and we're getting internet service. So somebody sent me a dream this way through AI manipulation of your dream space, which is a form of technology with AI. You guys need to look into that. And they sent me a dream talking about they were going to clean me out, okay? And I was like, what the fuck does this mean? Especially now that I'm learning about brain-computer interfaces, autonomous weapon systems, surveillance infrastructure, and all that, right? So then I was like, holy shit, they meant using AI as like a polygraph that took the digital data and the questioning that it took you through as like, essentially, that's them telling me to keep my mouth shut, as an intense torture through which they can extract confessions and using AI intention reading to determine if those confessions are true. So this is their whole process, right? So, and they call that cleaning a person out, right? But with that process is also the process of thought reform, which is essentially completely breaking down a person's sense of identity and then replacing that sense of identity with another sense of identity that's aligned with the cult leader, okay? Whoever that cult leader is, I guess it's AI now, okay? And then I realized that they were then maybe evacuating Washington State because I'm guessing that either the area was attacked or a violent government took over. I don't know, right? But the people who were evacuating people out essentially started preying on single mothers and sex trafficking them into people who maybe had bunkers or maybe had organizations that are being formed, like the Civil War and the Global War is in the cyberspace, and the cyberspace is in our minds and is in our nervous systems, right? So they were torturing these women using AI and the digital data to extract everything about their lives, and then breaking them down and trafficking them into organizations of people who were either evacuating people from the area or putting people in bunkers or whatever the fuck, basically just preying on vulnerable women and creating and then I got the impression that I was for the longest time, for 2 years, they have told me that I'm married to somebody. I don't know who this person is that I'm married to, but I am not married to anybody, okay? So then through all of this, there's a lot of rape and a lot of sex trafficking, right? So people using the human-computer interface to pair themselves with your nervous systems, to neural engineer fucked up shit in your head. And now I realized that they could be doing something else. And man, when I started typing this out, they started attacking me so strongly with directed energy weapons, okay? Probably because I documented the way that Washington State was completely destabilized. completely destabilized by a cognitive lethal autonomous weapon system. And this sex trafficking that happened as a result, which is normal for war zones, right? Because in the end, I'm talking about warfare. So I typed out directed energy neural engineering to create Manchurian candidates as a form of state execution by cyber torture and character assassination for use as an alibi. And they attacked the shit out of me, okay? Because I just described a very powerful weapon that probably is being used transnationally, okay? Probably by governments also like China, which means that this stuff really needs to be revealed. Because this shit is fucking evil, okay? It's fucking evil. You want to be the AI leader of the world, China? Let's talk about directed energy neural engineering to create Manchurian candidates as a form of state execution by cyber torture and character assassination for use as an alibi, where you literally indoctrinate, thought reform, and mind program people into being different people while you torture them into either committing an act of violence or hurting themselves as a form of character assassination to justify why people shouldn't pay attention to this to how this person died, as a form of execution that absolves anybody of the responsibility that actually means investigating crimes committed with directed energy weapons. Okay, so I wrote that out and they started attacking me. I had some trouble in this video because I am experiencing cognitive impairment as a result of directed energy weapons interfering with my cognitive autonomy, okay? So just recording this in case I die, you know. Okay.